So this morning it came to me as I was responding to somebody um, that I'm not the only one going through what I'm going through with detoxing and cleansing and reversing conditions that basically I caused myself. Right now I am going through reversing damage to the brain. Many years ago, I took Topamax, which is a prescription medication that is used for various things, but for me, it was used for my migraines. I had suffered from migraines since I was a child. Like now that I'm cleansing and everything, memory is coming back. But as a child, I suffered from headaches, recurring headaches, like all the time. And back then, as a child, I was dismissed by the doctors because they couldn't figure out why. I know why now. It was digestive. Whatever goes on in your gut, you can feel it in your head, up your spine. We know as above, so below. It's true for us, as above, so below. So your head will give you indicators as to what is going on in your gut. The first brain, which is the gut, communicates with the second brain, which is the brain, the actual brain. So for years, entire life, I'm suffering from these migraines. And in my 30s, I could not take it anymore. It was horrible. The migraines were debilitating. Once I would have a migraine, it would last for days, where I had to be in darkness, no sound, even smells, everything. Any type of vibration would trigger. It would be really bad, but nothing helped. So the doctor decided to start, try this drug Topamax, which is a medication for the brain. Again, they use it for many things, but what it does is stops the brain certain receptors from communicating with each other. If I understood just that, stops the brain from communicating with itself. I was in such a desperate need to relieve myself of this pain that went over my head. And that's what happens a lot of times. Like, we suffer in silence so bad that the suffering will have us thinking crazy. And not even crazy, illogical. Because what's the logic in that? To stop my brain from communicating with itself. That now that I think about it, it makes no sense. But anyway, I took them, and the migraines did stop. And I'm one that would always read the side effects, because for some reason the side effects always happened to me. I was always in that category of the 2% or the 5%, or whatever the side effect says. It affects 98% of people who won't have these or whatever. Back in the day, that's what they would give you, the percentage. But yeah, it always affected me. So I knew to always read the side effects to determine whether or not I would take them. And when I read that side effect, it went right over my head, because those migraines were for real. But I remember reading where it said that, and that you have to be careful when operating motor vehicles. Because of that, your brain not connecting, you could have delays. It even spoke of doing what I just did, losing thought or whole sentences. And I would be losing whole sentences, be in a middle of a sentence, first two words, and then the thought be gone. And me just sitting there like, man, I know I was about to say something, and trying to catch it again. So I remember when that first happened, and it was like, please don't let this be too damaging, because I need to work. I need to work. Both of my children were in college at the time, and it's like, I need to work, Had a house, I had a vehicle. So I started taking that, and things weren't right. Things slowed down for me. I caused damage. I had to stop driving for a while, because I could remember driving and seeing a stop sign and knowing I'm supposed to stop, but my brain, the connector, like my foot would not do what my brain was trying to tell it. That's what this drug did, y'all. So I'm repairing that damage. But I know that there's someone else out there that has damage and don't realize that it was caused from prescription medication. Either the prescription medication, or because you've compensated for the pain. You have pain on your right side, so you compensate the left side. The left side compensates for that. So now you have damage on the left side because there was too much weight or too much pressure put on that side because of damage on the other side. So we have to reverse that. And it can be reversed, and it can be reversed with herbs, change of diet, change of mindset, because we have to know that, one, we've been lied to. We have to know that the modern medical system, though there have been great advances, it has damaged us in a way that has suppressed us spiritually. Again, the body is just our suits. The body is just our suits. But the body is very important for existing on this plane. And we have to take care of these bodies. Outside of what other people tell us to. Because we know how to take care of us in a way that nobody else does. We have to start listening, though. Clear yourself up so that you can hear. Flush out your system. There's a lot going on in there. You have a lot of passengers. A lot of extra passengers that have changed who you are in this body. Get rid of those passengers. The bitters will do it. Remember the bitters. That's what has always helped us throughout time. The herbs and the plants are the ones that have helped us. They're part of who we are. Compare the structure of a plant to the structure of this being, like the body. They are so closely related. The difference between chlorophyll and blood, human blood, is very minimal. That difference. Look at a leaf. Look at a leaf. Hold it up to the sun and look at it. It looks like the nerves in the body. You got the bone structure in there and the nerves. Then there's chlorophyll in there, mimicking our blood. We are part of the plant life. Allow that to help us. It has truly helped me, truly helped me. And as I continue to cleanse, it's going to really bring me back to who I truly am. Again, to be able to help you to do the same, show you that it can happen. Look at 1 year, even months. You can tell that the difference from just several months ago. So, you know that the damage was done deep down inside. You know that damage was done. It's okay. We were lied to about a lot of things, and it's only okay because of who you are and how you can overcome It's okay. Start taking those herbs. Start taking those bitters. Get you an herbalist. And this, with so many fads or people jumping on bandwagons these days, it's sickening. So you have to find you a good one. Ask questions. A good herbalist, a healer, would have healed themselves first to understand how to heal. They know. It's a knowing. It's not something that it's a knowing. You know how to heal anybody because you've healed yourself. So ask questions. But you need an herbalist. If you continue with doctors, that's fine. Continue with the doctors, but have an herbalist as well. Because all medication, the base of all medication, there's a plant at the base of all medication that they're mimicking. They're adding things onto it. Why? Why? Cleansing is important. Cleanse that mind. Cleanse the body. Cleanse the heart. Especially cleanse that gut. Especially cleanse the gut. We don't suffer alone. I can feel some of you. I have sisters in spirit that they feel the pain of our people because our spirits are crying out in silence. We have to do better for ourselves. So yes, cleanse.